All right, we're gonna start stream over for that one. Derek, what did you just say about Serbia?
You fucking heard me.
Okay, we're not repeating that. Got it. Let's see if someone's dumped in quotes by request.
What the fuck happened here?
You came in just a hair too late, is what you came in at.
Oh, I see Seth typing. Ooh, I see Seth typing. Red for success. There we go. Okay.
Hey, can I publish that?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't even remember saying mine.
As soon as you make that I capitalized, yeah, thank you. And put a, well, I guess nothing else has a period, so.
Can you add a third S to success?
No. It's already got 3 S's. What the fuck are you on about?
Derek is the guy to purchase Grammarly to correct it. So,
Goddamn right.
last we came, to the world of
Wait, I didn't come recently.
Okay, well,
No.
maybe I should just shut down my computer for the night. Okay, so last we left off, the spirit of the unknown was being commandeered by Hive forces.
I thought it was being impounded.
Yep, yeah, impounded. It's a hostile airship. You know what? Let's put this in character. You guys see an overseer, bureaucratic-looking guy directing crews of slaves to. You see them pulling like heavy chains, pulling the just hundreds of people, pulling the spirit of the unknown closer to the hives, like loading dock.
Piracy! I'm being boarded! You bastards, you can't do this to me!
In fact, we can, sir. You see, the initial proclamation only guaranteed safety for members of the candy shop. And as you
I'm sorry, you don't seem to understand. You can't do this to me, and I'm going to shoot him.
Oh shit.
Okay, so I was gonna ask if you guys wanted to do like a heist mission or all-out attack, but
You guys should leave. You guys have got. The
rest of us are gonna like wish Dumond good luck and just hop on the other ship. I give Dumond a nuke and I leave.
Yes.
like just the tiny
Captain
rocket.
Dumont says, "I will use this with great care." And then he's going to look for the most appropriate place to use it immediately.
I figured Dumond would be the best person
They're
to give
small enough you can just carry them?
Yeah, they're made by soldiers.
Actually, you know what? Captain Dumont is going to take it, look at it, hold it over his head, and say, "Gentlemen, this is now a hostage situation. Give me my ship or I nuke us all."
Everyone is now in a very complicated situation.
My two characters are going to continue quietly boarding the ship that it's supposed to be leaving, in hopes that it will very quickly leave so Dumond can do his thing.
Reginald is gonna waving you guys on.
Yeah,
Carraday's just gonna reach down and grab a rock.
Reginald feels a strange tugging at his back and finds that Chivalry is sitting piggyback on him, shivering like a madman, and he doesn't know how he got there. Bill very carefully saunters on like he's not nervous as fuck.
This president just walks on.
Captain Dumont, still holding the nuke high, is going to stride towards his ship. Also, if anybody, any of the Hive people are like using sense or something to determine whether he's really not bluffing.
Oh no, I figured. I'm just going through the mental list in my head of who the fuck would they send to respond to that.
They probably also sensed, is that actually a nuke? Oh my god, that's actually a nuke.
Yeah,
I like to think they went through line. Is he really serious?
Fuck, okay, I know exactly who to send for this. Derek, Captain Dumont
Yes.
notices that everywhere there could potentially be a light fixture, even if there's not, glaring red lights go off and change the. It's basically mood lighting, but you hear people yelling,
Excellent.
"DEFCON 1! DEFCON 1!" And they're just scattering.
Hey,
All of a
is there
sudden-
an overseer nearby?
There's exactly one.
Charlie's going to approach the overseer.
What?
Charlie is going to approach
What?
the overseer.
They're striding towards Dumont, and they're gonna stop at you and go, yeah?
Hey, I can get rid of that pointing at the nuke if you can just promise me that you'll let him take his ship and go, because he's gonna keep creating problems until you let him. Like, impounding it's not. That's
I
a
would
bad
get
idea.
in more trouble for letting the ship go than letting him nuke Tower 2. You should leave.
Charlie's just gonna, like, blink at that, like the white guy blink where he's just, like, shocked and like, okay.
A ship's
Do
more.
what he said. Do what he said. Isn't anyone gonna help that poor man?
Yeah, I will go get on the ship.
Alright. Derek,
Dumont will cheerfully wave as you all prepare to cast off.
there is exactly one overseer standing between you and the spirit of the unknown. He has
Get out
his
of my
hands
way,
up.
or I'm going to ventilate your skull.
Counterpoint, and you notice the environment around you begins shifting rapidly.
Caranate's gonna throw the rock at the overseer.
How many levels
Ooh!
of first do you have on that?
Let's
Can it beat
Find
speed
out.
14?
Wow.
maybe not.
He would have to roll.
Where the hell? Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
No, the most it can do is 12.
Okay, so a pillar of what appears to just be stucco rises from the earth as the rock, which should obliterate it, bounces harmlessly off as a fast food restaurant assembles itself around the two.
Assembles itself around the what?
Around the Overseer and Dumont. Dumont, you find yourself in a chicken-based fast food restaurant. With the
Jesus
Overseer
Christ,
now
how
wearing-
horrifying.
Now wearing a clean-cut, ironed employee, like fast food employee uniform. There's about 3 clones of him at the counter, manning the registers. One of them's mopping the area by the soda machine. Go, evening.
What kind of
My
restaurant?
old enemy!
Well,
Capitalism!
welcome to Southern Fried Poultry. How can I help you?
You can let me out before I turn this southern fried chicken joint into a southern deep fried chicken joint. Does that make sense?
Does he say the character?
Yes.
Bill, who is standing next to you because this restaurant is very relevant to his interests, says, I mean, I understand what you said.
So he
I think
only
you run the ship.
trapped Dumond in the chicken restaurant. So Chivalry was on his back,
shame.
right? Or no, was that...
He only
No,
trapped
that's right.
Dumont.
Oh, no. Who was on, where was Chivalry? Who's back?
On Reginald's back.
Reginald's back. Okay, so it's just Dumond and
He only trapped Dumont.
only trapped Dumond.
Excellent. The crew is still boarding the ship and getting it ready to cast off.
Okay, there is now that the... It seems as soon as the restaurant went up, all of the slaves and overseers, you see the lights turn from red to green. You hear them yell DEFCON 5, and everyone starts rushing back towards the spirit of the unknown. The progress is going surprisingly fast. It looks like one of the massive chains has been cut somehow. There's still about
Excellent.
6 more. With slaves and overseers getting cannons ready on the side to fire more harpoons into the ship. Is everyone else loading onto the boat and fleeing still, or are we...
I did my job. I gave him a nuke.
That's fair.
Yeah, I can't really get involved. The other of my characters.
Got it. Carronade threw a rock. Is he sticking around, or is he getting on the boat? Is anyone not getting on the boat?
Carronade is not getting on the boat. Carronade just jumps in front of the Spirit of the Unknown.
Bill really wants to try and go into the chicken restaurant just to compare recipes, but Chivalry will skitter off of Reginald's shoulders, staying really close to the ground, grab him by the ankles, and yank him mightily back onto the boat.
You know what I'll do?
Alligator, the chicken of the swamp.
I'll summon a bunch of minions. I'll try to get up to 50, and then have them help remove chains.
You know what you ought to do, actually? Well, this is a suggestion. Summon a bunch of soldiers, give them orders to set up a base inside the hive somewhere they won't be found, and leave them here. Leave a fifth column in the hive.
Yeah. Reginald will put a hand on Mr. President's shoulder going, hey, heads up, if those soldiers are noticed, the hive is going to assume we lied about Dumont not being part of our crew. We can't directly help. Carronade can help him because we have signed papers dated right now that he is not a member of the candy shop.
Got it. Okay. Never mind, man.
Your soldiers do have stealth. They can sneak on, as Derek suggested.
They're not that stealthy. They only have 2 dice.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Let me double check.
Captain Dumont, seeing that he is trapped somehow, would like to look around and see if he can see an easy way out.
You see an exit door.
Captain Dumont will stride towards the exit door and open it.
I'm going to need you to make an incredibly difficult stability check as you're overcome with anxiety over trying to leave a store without buying anything.
Does three hard dice and stability help with that?
It helps. It's not enough on its own.
Okay, what do I need to roll for that? Is that mind or command?
You would probably
Command.
just roll 7 dice worth of command.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me pull up my dice roller. Do. Sides, 7 dice, and 2 extra 10s. So 5 tens of stability.
Okay, if you rolled those 2 10s naturally, 1, gain a willpower, and 2,
Yay!
you can overcome this by spending 5 more willpower.
I don't believe in capitalist exploitation of the proletariat.
I
spend
will
5
say
willpower.
this before you do that,
Mm-hmm.
you can feel that it's just like a sixth sense you have that something will happen if you spend willpower in the presence of this thing.
Hey, doesn't Dumont have a power that...
I would like to purchase this business.
Okay. You turn around. The clerk goes, I'm sorry, sir, can you repeat that?
I wish to purchase this place of business. What is the price? Current market value.
$3.
Sold. I'll pay him in $3 Canadian.
I'm sorry, sir, we only accept American here.
Unacceptable. I'll pay him in $3 American.
Alright, sir, he takes off.
As of now, I am shuttering this business.
Well, well, technically, this is a franchise, sir. You own a franchise. You'd have to take that up with corporate. He hands you a phone.
I'll take the phone and say, "Good afternoon, corporate. I'm shutting down my business."
right, that'll just be 3 to 5 weeks for processing. In the meantime, please man the store. And you notice all the employees are gone.
No.
You notice that your uniform is now that of Southern Fried Poultry. Your clothes have changed without you seeing it.
I believe that this goes against my narrative inertia.
Okay, I will totally support that. How in game? What is? What does Captain Dumont do to break the narrative?
Ooh. Captain Dumont looks around, pulls out a canister of gasoline, gets back on the phone and says, "There's been a terrible fire, and the business is no longer valid, and I am going to have to submit a claim for insurance damages, and you'll have to start a new franchise in this area. Thank you." And then he'll hang up and start burning the place down.
Okay, that's going to be a solid round of action. That brings us outside. You guys notice the logo on the Southern Fried Poultry changed to a picture of like a cartoony Captain Dumont face eating chicken.
Okay.
Reginald is kicking off the boat.
It says Captain Dumont's Southern Fried Cockatrice. And then below it, there's a little sign that just appeared that says "Closed for renovations."
I'm imagining the picture for this is like cartoon Captain Dumont eating a chicken wing in the style of Saturn devouring his son.
And one of his hands is turning to stone while he eats the chicken wing in the cartoony version. Also, flames are starting to lick out one of the windows.
All right. So the spirit of the unknown is brought one interval closer to the dock. In 2 more rounds, it's gonna have these massive metal claws crunch into the hull, and at that point, it's gonna be impossible to salvage.
Carronade's gonna start also throwing rocks at the chains.
Okay.
Have enough of the crew boarded it to start taking actions on board it?
Yes, but right now the crew are... Some of the Hive members got onto the Spirit of the Unknown, so there's a massive brawl on the deck. The crew are... They're a hardy bunch, but they're struggling with the... it's like the slave brutes you saw in Shrimp Town. They are tearing through 5 men apiece, but there's 50 men for each brute. Now, Bob, I'm gonna need rolls for Carronade and a roll if the other character is
Also attacking.
yeah. Sorry, I was reading a DM there. So they managed to get 3 cannons online for this for the Hive. They fire 3 chains. 2 of them miss. One missing just goes wide. Another bounces off the hull. 1 anchoring into the side of the ship. So we're up to 6 tethers right now.
All right, that's 4 10s with 4 attack levels.
Okay. Any penetration?
For Pen 2 for Carronade.
So with a mighty just shattering of metal, one of the chains that was under incredible tension goes flying back, takes out a solid gouge out of the deck, sending several dozen men flying as it flies backwards. Any hits on the other character?
Hold on a second, I'm checking. All right.
Jesus, I just sort of reran that whole interaction in my head. God, that was weird.
The fast food restaurant?
Yes!
$3.
Bought it for $3, burned it down in an insurance scam.
4 5s with penetration 1 and also
This will definitely not have consequences later on.
a 6, a 7, and a 1 for the area dice.
Okay.
if that matters.
I don't think it will. Okay, so you guys see another chain snap, sending an having an equal effect. The entire deck you guys boarded at is now shuddering. We're down to 4 tethers on the Spirit of the Unknown. The platform is too unstable for them to fire more, but they managed to reel it in. We get to the conclusion of the round. The Spirit of the Unknown is now 1 round away from being in the claws.
How is the battle on the deck of the Spirit of the Unknown going?
Crew is winning at heavy costs, but a few things resolve as we move to the start of the next round. 1, the barge that Reginald has loaded you guys on is lowering rapidly. You guys are going to be out of there this round. Second, Captain Dumont emerges from the burning restaurant as the doors shatter due to the heat, the uniform burning off of him like a flaming cape as he holds the insurance paper. He made back $1 from the insurance claim.
Does
surely that can't-
to burn with the store?
It wasn't.
Surely the
insurance.
gasoline must have cost more than the franchise did.
Well, it never made a sale, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
As the store burns down, the red lights flare up again. You hear the people yelling, "DEFCON 1!"
I still have a bomb and there's a still hostage situation. Your chickens shall not avail you here, servant of the dark capitalism.
You see the overseer behind you go, "Are you sure about that?" He snaps his fingers again.
I set off the nuke in response.
Holy fuck.
Okay, Derek,
I think that's just a TPK, right?
No. You guys are out of range with the nuke at this point. There's a
Oh my god, fuck. Jesus.
And also the
Christ.
franchise pops up at speed 14, so unless the nuke goes off faster.
Hey, does that
also
does
have
that have
survived that.
franchise creation power?
Wait, you know what? It goes at speed 14?
Yeah, the restaurant?
Hey, does the franchise creation power have fragile? Just important question.
It does, but it goes off so fast that the nuke
That's
goes
fine.
off at speed 10.
I'm not going to use the nuke, because I have had a better idea.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to draw and nail that motherfucker.
You said
Nice
it was fragile,
argument.
right?
Not nice argument. Unfortunately, ratio
Go fix +9.
plus quick draw.
Captain Dumont just stretches out his arm, a spring-loaded pistol goes to his grip, blows the man's brains out all over the deck. Is that what happens?
Oh shit.
Derek, how do you like that description? Is that good?
Derek, you have to have a quippy reason of why you outsped him this time.
Oh wait.
No,
You got a JoJo referencing.
You got 7 10s.
Oh wait, his Discord dropped.
With +9 go first.
Shit.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us now? We can't hear you if you're talking. Oh, there you
Derek, you need to you gotta JoJo's reference him by like giving him a long explanation in that like half a millisecond of why you were faster than
go. I don't
this
think
time.
Derek's watched JoJo's.
I have not.
So, Derek, I was
Probably
just
could
picturing-
off the cuff it, but
I was just picturing Captain Dumont without even looking at him, just extending his arm, a spring-loaded pistol going to his hand as he blows this man's brain.
oh no. This is definitely your standard Western, 6-shooter, like the flashing hand and the blasting, noise and the smell of gun smoke. What's that fucking movie? Hang on.
Holy fuck.
Who dies? Western movie.
The day.
Million Ways to Die in the West.
Got
Ah.
it. Okay.
Decide who lives or who dies.
I think you do blow his brains out, though.
Yeah, the chicken man is now, well, he's twitching like a chicken with his head cut off.
He crossed the road.
Hey,
Does the ship stop getting pulled in by stuff when we're at DEFCON 1?
So what's going to happen is I have 4 overseers left. I need to roll leadership for. If they fail, the slaves are going to break. They're going to stop. Their morale is going to stop, and they're going to scatter. Now the overseers, their leadership is pretty average, but they have a definitive advantage on their hand. As you see, one of the slaves running, one of the overseers just points, and the bomb collar goes off. You hear them yelling, "No man leaves! Pull the chains!"
In response, that overseer's going to get 1,000,000 cuts.
Yeah, his sense is not good enough to detect the blade. He's eviscerated. His chain is abandoned, as are the other 3, as the other 2 gain a gobble dice from that display. There are now slaves everywhere, heads exploding, gore slicking the deck. The automated winches are still pulling, but that's neutral. You guys hear a thudding as a set of massive doors is kicked open by what looked to be like the meat of 16 men strapped to one frame, just this stitched together amalgamation going towards the chains. The crew has cleared off the remaining slave brutes.
All right. Well, the ones of them that are needed to do so are going to man the guns and prepare the ship to cast off, and the rest are going to grab plasma torches from the hold and begin cutting chains.
Okay. I'm assuming Carronade knocks off one more chain?
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us down to 3 chains. The crew is working on, at most, they can work on 2 at once.
Sure.
I'm gonna need an athletics check from Captain Dumond to use one of the to scrabble onto the Spirit of the Unknown.
Okay.
I'm also gonna need one from Carronade because he's on the deck actually.
And you
3
also need one
9s.
from the other character. So
Oh yeah,
Hey,
because he is on the deck as well.
can you build Carronade a rocket jump? I guess you're retiring, so no need, but...
So do you want how do you want to play this? Captain Dumond doing a flying leap over the edge, just barely catching like a rope ladder? Do you want him?
No, there are definitely like cargo loading cranes. Captain Dumont is going to grab a rope, kick the release on it so that it drops on the other end, and go flying up towards the ship.
Hell yeah.
that's 2 7s from the other character.
Okay, so he's
And
gonna stay
from-
hidden because he's still in stealth.
And from Carronade. Two 10s.
How does Carronade get on the ship, Bob? Does he do? What wacky way does he clear the gap?
I just assumed there was a gangplank for everyone to get up on top, and as it was drifting away, he just kind of did a little backwards hop onto the gangplank, straightened his cuffs, straightened out his smoothed out his suit, and just walked up the gangplank.
All right, sounds good. The Spirit of the Unknown departs. Smokestack's still billowing to clear away the bees.
You still have the nuke.
Back, you filth!
Chris is right. You still have the nuke if you want to just lob it.
Or you can just have a nuke.
No, I'll just give it back to
I loaded into your
back to Mr.
blunderbuss.
President once I. Maybe I will keep it. 'Cause that sounds hilarious.
Tom, I want you to know you almost owed me a new keyboard.
Okay, listen, Bob. I've already had -1 keyboards for you. I still technically owe you a keyboard.
The spirit of the unknown escapes as you guys hear alarms go up from the hive. You notice that there's a number of familiar faces on your barge this time. It looks like the butcher was able to, instead of the normal crew, it's stocked entirely by butcher loyalists this time around.
Okay.
You see Reginald crack a glow stick and the entire ship just goes invisible.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's gonna nod and go. This one was a bitch to make, just so we're clear. I can't do this one again.
Yeah, that's what did you put in that one? The Sweet Tooth's gonna like pull out a notepad to like get ingredients for.
This one
Oh,
is
just going-
whale oil.
Sweet Tooth's gonna just slowly and carefully close the notepad and put it back in his pocket.
Honestly, this
Without
one
having written anything.
I'm surprised Sweet Tooth hasn't tried to use a drop of Oslo to make candy yet.
Oh.
That's a corpse.
Yeah,
Actually,
and I've
that's a
given you
really good
shit.
segue. That's a really good segue because now that we're invisible, Charlie is going to send a call to the whalers. Or would you rather me do that later, Sam?
We can do that once we get back.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll some sense checks. Captain Dumont, you notice that there are several artillery shots just exploding by the spirit of the unknown, but you're fast enough that they can't get any direct hits, and thus they don't get past your defenses.
Excellent. Are we within range to return fire with the Spirit of the Unknown's guns?
Nah. What's your range?
Guns. I mean, it's 6 dice.
Probably.
Do you have any boosters on the range?
Or, sorry, 10 dice, because it's 4-wheel dice plus 6 dice, so 10 dice of range.
It'd be on like the very edge. You wouldn't hit much important, not past their defenses either.
Okay. I'll still fire back just for fun.
Fire a nuke.
I thought 10 dice was like 3 miles.
Yeah, but
Spirit of the Unknown is quite fast, and we are leaving.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's just for flavor. We'll shoot back.
All right.
I'm not going to bother rolling. It doesn't do anything.
Like
No.
iron
Roll
sights.
just to get roll just to see if you get willpower. You know.
Yeah, sure, why not? 6 dice. 2 4s. So no.
Yeah. An arc of energy grazes the side of the hive. Its reinforced exterior just kind of absorbs the blow, no problem. This structure is much sturdier than it probably should be, in all honesty. That's the information you kind of get from that one.
Sorry, go ahead.
I will say, Dumont, you're generally very aware of your crew, right? Like how many you have, who they are.
Yes.
Doing some mental math, adding yourself and Carronade, there is 1 extra person on board.
Captain Dumont will take note of this, squint his eyes suspiciously at everyone walking around, and then file it away for further notice. After all, the last thing we want to know is let them know we're on to them. There will be an investigation. A quiet, shipwide manhunt as we find this stowaway. And possibly
waves at Captain Dumont.
induct them into the crew. Captain Dumont waves back to deep into his own fantasies of daring midnight searches and gunfights to notice who's waving.
Who could it be?
Oh shit, he noticed me. Oh shit.
Senpai noticed you?
See me! That was great! The first one since Jason!
First one says Jesus?
I said Jason.
Oh.
Captain Dumont is still in his flights of fancy. Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
So John notices that Captain Dumont is deep within thought. He seems troubled. Do you want to offer assistance to this erstwhile companion?
Joe's just gonna walk up. Hey, buddy. You need some help with anything?
Yes, we took some damage in the latest fight. Head below and see if you can patch up any of the holes. We need to be airworthy before we reach our next destination.
I have no
And
idea.
keep your eyes open. Something's amiss aboard this ship.
Oh, really? I'm better at
Yes.
hunting down things that are amiss than I am at patching things up. You want me to just start looking?
Captain Dumont will throw an arm around his shoulders and say, my friend, we've known each other for many years, as I have all the crew, and I know that somewhere aboard there's someone who doesn't belong.
I...
Find them. Bring them to me.
Hi.
That we may... He'll finally look at this individual and say, wait a minute!
Hey, how you doing?
Raise the alarm! We've been boarded!
Yeah.
Hands to stations!
Actually, you reported like 3 times today.
Yes,
By
well,
me.
we dealt with 2 of those.
No, I was the first and last time. The second time was the Hive.
Ah, we dealt with 1 of those. Now, avast! State your purpose or be run through and then forced to walk the plank.
That would hurt.
It would hurt. Ask me how I
Hi.
know.
My name's John. I'm looking for my friends. I think one of them might have swung by where you were hanging out a little bit earlier, so I hitched a ride to see if I could talk with you guys. And then I saw you were in trouble, so I cut some of the chains.
Ah! Would you say, my friend, that you are on a quest?
I mean, technically, by the...
Phenomenal!
Oh, cool.
Welcome aboard!
Thanks.
I would be more than pleased to help you on your journey. Truly, the greatest adventure is the adventure of friendship!
You know, yeah, that's true.
Anyway, your bunk is down the corridor, 3rd door on the left.
Cool.
And Captain Dumont will stride off to bark orders, most of them not actually making any sense to the crew.
I like him. He's funny.
Sean's
is
an
funny.
accepting sort.
So's Captain Dumont.
They've both been around. So, after a day's journey, you guys return to the hub, both the Spirit of the Unknown and the Invisible Barge. Reginald helps you guys unload, goes, so that could have gone smoother, but hey, no one died.
The town is
No one
on
we
fire.
care about died.
Lots of people died.
Lots of people died. But no one I knew. And that's the important thing.
You're really coping with this badly, ain't you?
I didn't roll empathy at that one.
Alright, let me know what you get.
Are there any slave callers on board the Spirit of the Unknown?
Okay.
Jesus
Reroll.
fuck! Where's
That
your
was
microphone?
Extremely
Oh.
loud.
I was just throwing dice at the. That is 6 8s.
Okay, Reginald is not handling death well. You know, he's not sure. He's not sure if Captain Dumont's crew are people. B, he's seen a lot of slaves just killed for no reason while working at the Hive, and he's basically coping with that by just putting that in a neat little box that says, we're going to process these emotions later. And that box overflowed, so now he just has a fucking closet that he has duct taped shut and is hoping to God it never spills.
Okay. I don't know.
It sure would be nice if we had Tiny Boat.
I don't know that I can fix that problem, but what I can do is mentally note that after this is done, we're going to need to take him back to
You should make a mental. You should make a mental stability candy. Confront and resolve your extant traumas, candy.
That's going to be a complicated one.
Original
Psychiatric counseling.
I think that's
In
a
a
little bit
fondant.
out of Sweet Tooth's theme. Also, Sweet Tooth is absolutely above fondant, and I think he would be insulted if you suggested he made that. Sweet Tooth would make marzipan like a real man.
Would Reginald be
There.
okay if he stands close enough to Mr. President?
It would certainly help.
Okay. I mean, I could stand next to him and sort of counsel him during the time we
I
We can counsel.
So, Reginald's gonna actively go away from counseling because he knows once that door is open, he has that shit stacked in such a way that it's not closing until all of that shit is processed, and we do not have enough time for that on this ship.
This Jenga tower is 1 block away from coming down.
Sam, I have multiple actions.
I thought
not-
the characters. I thought the
Wait, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the soldiers on helping it, and the soldiers' multiple actions is gonna reduce the time by
It takes.
4 amounts for mental health counseling.
I thought that the characters who had like talents and names didn't suffer from load-bearing neuroses.
All
they suffer
those
more
are-
load-bearing neuroses. What are you talking about?
I thought that
Only
was like
ones with high command.
Okay, some of them don't. What do you mean when you say load-bearing neuroses?
you had described to me once that every single person who doesn't have a talent in the city, the only reason they're keeping it together is because they are nothing but a mess of load-bearing neuroses. That if anything even minutely changes about their mental state, they're gonna fucking lose it and melt down.
I mean, that seems pretty accurate to me still.
That doesn't mean that people with names aren't.
I mean,
Also-
not names, people with talents.
Sure, whatever. Talents.
Yeah. I'm
Doesn't
saying
mean that
that
people with talents aren't under that umbrella too. Like,
I have grossly misunderstood part of this city.
what
Why
did you think?
Dr. Cowboy's so important? He puts up new load-bearing neuroses. Stronger,
Why is he the
better.
only therapist, though?
So-
What's going on?
So, Tom, did you think that just getting a superpower fixed your mental health? Is that how that works?
I thought having a superpower and being able to defend yourself from this hell setting in some perspective was enough to keep you from being completely non-functional in most cases.
But you're still in a hell setting.
Yeah. But at least you got fucking magical powers.
You know what? It doesn't matter if I have magical powers. If I don't have running water and flush toilets, I'm still going to be deeply unhappy.
Yeah, the problem with you having magical powers is everyone has magical powers, and everyone's hyper specific on killing each other.
Never
Yeah,
been
you're on
super-
par now.
In very unique ways.
Anyway,
now you have
Captain
this
Dumont
option
is
of
hyper
powers.
specific on adventure, with a minor in killing people in unique ways.
Like,
Now you have powers so you can kill people and steal their running water and functional toilets.
Let me put it this way, Tom. Captain Dumont, his specific load-bearing neuroses is adventure.
Oh.
To the point where he has spent like 75 points in making sure nobody can stop him from adventuring.
Reginald is not dealing with his emotions. He used to use drugs and economics to do that. Now he uses self-affirming mantras he got from Dr. Cowboy, and, you know, the promise that, hey, I'll unpack it eventually, but never actually doing that. That's the important part.
Oh wait, shit. Let me actually look at something here. Okay. What room is Reginald in?
He's still on the bar. She doesn't have one in the candy shop, but,
Okay. Are we back at the candy shop?
unless you had something you wanted to do on the trip, it's about a day.
Okay. I just had something that
I mean, it's about a day. We don't have a day.
I had something at the candy shop that I noted down like a year ago that could help Reginald in this situation.
Again, we don't have enough time to build him a new load-bearing pillar.
Oh, it wasn't that. It was just like a comfort object. I had noted down that Avery made something when he was still Avery,
Alright, so...
but I don't see it listed as the current content of the puppet hole.
You guys roll up on the candy shop. You see Avogdra has taken the initiative and surreptitiously moved to the grand opening 1 day later, so you guys will be in time for it.
Okay.
Delayed again.
We are so Sweet Tooth is not immediately going to the shop. He is instead immediately going to the scrap pile behind the shop, and is just going to start grabbing stuff that looks what he would imagine a Vogdra likes to eat, and is just going to give her a feast for having done that.
She seems to really like the tungsten.
Yeah, he's going to find the 1-inch tungsten cube and as much other tungsten that he can find and bring that back.
So she eats the knot-shaped tungsten. When you hand her the 1-inch tungsten cube, she puts that aside. That's apparently special.
Okay.
This is like a bonbon. That's fancy candy.
What was the comfort object you had in mind? Because you are at the candy shop now.
Chivalry will rush into his room now, and after he did clean up a lot of the stuff. It's a lot better organized. About 90% of Avery's weird, shitty manga and other books are gone.
Burned.
He didn't burn them. He just has them in another room because he's hoping he might be able to find someone with the same proclivities, as it were. But he reaches into a chest that's just full of weird puppet plushes, pulls out the one that is a teddy bear holding 2 glow sticks and wearing sunglasses. 'Cause I don't think Avery ever knew what Reginald was about exactly, or what a rave was. But Chivalry will pick this up, of course, him not knowing either, and go over to where Reginald is and kind of sheepishly offer him the bear and say, the lad had meant to give this to you before next he saw you. I reckon you might need it in this time.
He picks up the bear and goes, "Hey, that's a good question. Where is Avery anyway?"
Chivalry kind of knocks his head a bit, looks struggling. You're talking about the lad, right? Can't hear his name anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Avery betrayed us.
He lost to his. Avery's never quite been human. Not certain if that had been a known factor to you, but he lost. He lost to whatever was to that which was given him his powers, and now it's in charge.
Reginald's gonna nod and go. You just hear him quietly mutter under his breath, more to himself than anyone else, goes, "Yeah, I think I know the feeling." He's gonna look down at the bear, kind of nod, put it in his little rucksack, and go, "Sorry to hear that, guys."
Aye.
We're hoping to get him back, but we'll see.
At that point, the Spirit of the Unknown pulls up and begins unloading.
I had a question.
What's up?
Does the Spirit of the Unknown still have any slave collars on board?
Oh, yeah,
From
sorry, I
the
didn't
fight?
address that point. There are exactly 2 that did not detonate when they got lopped off. It looks like they're a little bit...
I would like to send them down to the. I would like to send them down to the science lab and analyze them.
Okay. So, one of them...
Which has delay on it, so you can wait on that, or we can have it happen now, or whatever.
Let's say we did it on the trip, just so I don't forget.
Sure.
One of them is very similar to the ones you guys saw in Shrimptown. These are maybe a little bit newer, a bit more refined. It's wired directly into the veins of the slave, pumps them full of steroids and like mind-affecting toxins to keep them under control, or at least susceptible. And a number of like electrodes that jack directly into the brain and spinal cord so that the overseers can like send them where they need to without actually having to rely on their mind being intact, because they won't be. Pumps them full of regeneration drugs, strength enhancements, incredibly bad for the user. No one's going to survive more than 2 or 3 hits from this thing. The other one is much more minimal. You didn't see the slave this one was attached to, so you don't know the effects it has exactly. But weirdly enough, this is all calming and like de-stress things. Like it suppresses cortisol and like stress hormones. This one's pretty badly damaged, but it's also pretty minimal. You're not sure what the point of this one is. If anything, it would seem to make someone not like relaxed, but it would almost hamper their like will to fight. You get the impression.
Interesting.
The actual material of the collar appears to be like this onyx color. And the only thing that you get out of that one is at one point the researcher hitting a wall just smacks it with a tuning fork and the entire room kind of reverberates with it. You kind of feel like a pleasant, calming aura come over you.
Interesting. He's going to grin and take out different sizes of hammers and see what kind of exciting and discomforting mood effects he can get out of it. Playing it like you would an instrument until somebody else comes down, smacks him upside the head, and says that people are puking up on deck.
Yeah, that happens. Alright, that happened. You managed to resolve that little bit of research shortly before you pull up into the
Capital
shop stock. You pull up with Carinade and New John. New John.
Ah, yes, New John.
John the new guy.
John the new guy. Well, John the new guy, we have arrived at our destination, my friend. Now, if I can be of any further aid in seeking out your wayward companions, do not hesitate to ask.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. And let me know if you need any help with hunting down stowaways.
Of course, you will be my first. You will be the first I call upon.
Cool.
Charlie is
Often the
sad,
problem
but he's
of-
not sure why.
Often the problem of stowaways on the Spirit of the Unknown resolves itself.
I can think of 2 stowaways, and both of them resolve themselves. So yeah.
There's only so many stowaway stories that you can be a part of. Like, it goes one of a few different ways.
Alright. So you guys are going to notice a new person you haven't seen before exit Dumon's ship, and Bob, I'm guessing John makes his way to the candy shop?
Yeah.
How does he introduce himself? You see one guy who very, like, obviously looks, kind of like he's got, like, the little, ice cream parlor hat. He's kind of, like, got that, like, bigger build you expect from, not, like, you know, rotund, but, like, this is a dude.
He's a little rotund.
Yeah, but not like a sphere.
Yeah.
Sweet Tooth is there. He looks like the candy shop man, and you remember Jose going towards the candy shop, or at least there's rumors and whispers of that. Do you think Sweet Tooth would be the first person to interact with?
Yeah.
All right, how's it go?
Hey, man. How's it going? Oh, I didn't have to. Okay, I didn't have to do anything extra to get your attention. Got it. Good.
Hi, I'm Sweet Tooth. So, I know you have stealth. Can Sweet Tooth see you?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a permanent always on thing that you were like couldn't be seen or okay, just wanted to make sure.
I mean,
Hi.
he's permanent, always on, but he like does work actively to try and make himself. But with your
Wait, it does have permanent always
passive
on?
sense, you should just be able to notice him, huh?
Wait, you said it does have permanent always on?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Oh.
All right, I'll keep note of that in the future. This one, you just got lucky.
Sweet Tooth probably can't see you then. Unless you were trying to be seen, Sweet Tooth probably cannot.
I am.
Okay. Then yeah. Yeah, I'm Sweet Tooth. Good to meet you. It looks like you were with Dumont?
Sorry, I just have to pause. I have to pause to make this announcement real fast. Bob, in the future, I'm going to require more serious action to be noticed. Permanent always on should require like a hurdle to
Okay.
get over. Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah. Complicated. Hi, my name's John. I'm looking for a buddy of mine. He was in the area. Tall. Hispanic. Jacked as fuck.
Jose?
Yeah, him.
Oh yeah. He was here for a good few months. I believe he was leaving to find his friends. This has been a lot shorter time for Sweet Tooth. Where did he say he was leaving to go?
The Scar?
Was it the
Right.
Scar? I believe he was headed towards the Scar to find some people there, a group he used to run with.
Oh, well, I'm one of them.
Oh,
Hi.
good to meet you. Friend of Jose is a friend of mine.
Oh, cool. So you mind if I hang out here for a bit while I rustle up some transportation to the Scar?
Absolutely.
And also, like, just where in the Scar I need to go, and also what the Scar is.
We can, I don't know the answers to any of those myself, but if we can help you with those, perfectly willing. Here. And he's just gonna, like, just hand you some candy. Blueberry's usually safe, so he hands you that.
Oh, cool. So we do believe in, trading time and information for actions. So, if you're willing to, house me up for a bit, I will, be willing to do some of my, more skillful actions for you guys, which includes, killing, sneaking, and tracking.
We have some spare rooms. Bill, could you show him to one of the empty rooms we have?
Bill comes over. Can Bill perceive John?
So
I feel like with electro perception, you should be able to.
you can
Right?
as long as you're within 10 yards of John, electroperception will let you get through stealth, as long as there is electro to sense.
Okay. I mean, like, Bill has that. He has his anatomy perception, and he has endless scrutiny and normal perception. So he should be fine.
It's within 10 yards of John, suddenly.
It's also
like, he
20
would-
now. I was able to afford another radius.
Oh, cool. Then
Oh,
20
cool.
yards, you'll be able to see John.
Gets within 20 yards of John, suddenly, another human being.
Bill kind of hears Sweet Tooth calling for him, doesn't understand who he's talking to. Then he rolls up and sees someone that he's having a lot of trouble visually perceiving, but knows he's there and says, "Hi, But he puts out a hand. I'm Bill.
Hi, I'm
Most-
John. This has been a good day for people seeing me.
Is that a problem you have?
Normally only, my friend Jason can keep track of me. Everybody else kind of just, like, forgets the last place they saw me.
Bill nods at that like he has an understanding or a personal experience that would allow him to understand what you're going through, but he doesn't.
It's fine. You don't have to pretend.
I'm sorry, man. Let me lead you to your room. And as we walk down the hallways, Bill will point to one door and say, "Now, this is a door that I reckon anyone who lives here should learn and know about. Just don't go in there and don't like accidentally open this door. Bill yells out, "Opening!" and he opens the door to the infinite void. It doesn't go anywhere. If you see a door that doesn't look like it's been opened in a really, really long time, just don't. Tell someone, don't open it.
Okay.
Place is fucking cursed.
Hey, Sam,
Yeah.
can I do perception or scrutiny to see if there are any other doors like that around?
Yeah, both work. You notice that there's one supply closet at the end of the hall that has some yellow, like, caution tape tacked to it. Actually, is anyone here, like, would say, like, Mr. President or someone who's, like a planner, would they have done anything to, seal off the...
Yes,
room?
I would have sealed that off.
Oh,
There
the
would've
broom
been-
door should not be accessible.
Yeah, there would be armed guards there, and like basically
I thought
like
the broom
with
door was upstairs.
Yeah, it'd be like the triple lock thing where like 3 soldiers have to put in a key to unlock the lock.
Yeah. It's like what launching a nuclear missile should be like.
Yeah.
That's why you're so profligate with the things you took all of your info, your weapons security, and put it on the door.
Yeah, as you're getting the tour, you notice that door. A
Bill
door-
will point to it and say, "Now that door has one of the worst artifacts I am personally aware of. Just again, I'm telling this to warn you. This place is cursed, and normally I'd open up with like, here's the fun stuff. Here's where we eat. Here's the kitchens." But considering recent events, I feel it's better to go over internal safety for this building first.
That sounds like a good idea.
Now, some rooms that we have, and Bill will point off a few rooms that have been very thoroughly checked to ensure they're safe. What's going on in the empty rooms? Out of curiosity, are they is this place just full of empty rooms, or do they have weird shit left in them?
A few of them have weird shit left in them, but they're not on par with the sealed off rooms. The sealed off rooms contain the scary shit. The empty rooms
Okay.
are just like, oh hey, there's one of those clapper monkeys. Oh, it's sentient. Don't like that.
Wait, we have. Where is this guy? I need to talk to him.
Yeah, okay, you guys have
Wait,
to
no,
find
wait.
that one, yeah.
I'm sorry. Ow, never mind.
We have a fiberglass monkey with glowing red eyes.
It's yellow, but yeah, when you find him, you'll find him.
Okay. He and Animal do whippets every morning.
Now watch me do it.
All right. Yeah, Bill will just guide John through a number of the rooms here. He'll show him or actually, no, he has one more safety thing to go over. Where at the end of the tour, as we wrap back to the front of the building, say, and over there is the candy room. Now, there's a table in the middle of that belongs to Mr. Sweet Tooth. Bill looks taken aback, and he just kind of yells, "Hey, Sweet Tooth, do you want to be Sweet Tooth, or what's your actual name? I don't actually know."
I mean, my actual name is Andrew Bird, but I generally prefer going by Sweet Tooth. It's the name I chose.
Bird. Wait a minute.
Yep. Yes, it is after that one.
Yeah, I figured.
So Bill will say, now, Sweet Tooth keeps a table in there that he cools the candy on. Just don't touch the table.
There's yellow tape around the table. Just don't.
Where are
break the
we
plane
even
of the
getting
tape.
all of it?
It's just like a line of gaff on the floor.
Like you're using caution tape as gaffer's tape? That's not
there's-
going to hold up.
No, there is gaff that's like yellow and black stripe. I used to have some.
Okay.
Avogdra's like, you see her reach into a vent and just pull out a strip of caution tape, snip it with her fingers. It's in all our vents, you know.
Wait, it is? That's
I
what
wish you
you're
could
doing?
see. I wish we were in person so you could see the reaction I just had to that revelation.
Cool.
I just. That's a lot to
Place
take
is
in.
neat.
Fuck.
Charlie just shrugs and is like, I thought you guys knew it was there.
This place is almost as cool as Fred's cave.
Go on.
You see Deputy Citizens Militia Cyborg perk up and go, tell me more about this cave.
It's just where the old guy that we sometimes hang out with keeps all his guns.
Citizens
Pretty sure I know that person in real life by that description. The old guy I sometimes hang out with who keeps all his guns in a cave. Yeah, I know that person.
Also, Citizen Militia Cyborg is gonna go, I was gonna keep that under wrap, but that caution tape is actually mine. I thought no one would find it there.
Why are you hiding in the
Charlie just
walls?
like looks at him and just like turns his head. Like, eh?
I don't know your limits. I don't know what you do. We don't talk that often.
You know what? I'll give you that one.
What are you doing with all the tape, Cyborg?
I was a police officer. I have to cordon off crime scenes literally every day.
And kicks open the door. Was a police officer!
He said
That's what I
that.
said.
You have been a deputy for like 26
3 days.
hours.
3 days though, because
Oh yeah,
One day there.
days. You haven't been on shift for 3 days. Have you been on shift for 3 days?
oh my god, it's so much fun!
No problem.
You just arrest people, right? I mean, they give no training. It's super easy.
Wait,
Oh no.
no. How many people have you arrested, Amp?
7 people.
Amp, how many people have you arrested?
I can't count, man.
Did you know that the people at the park are free and you can just take them?
Cyborg's gonna go.
You know that
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go.
You can just arrest them. I have arrested 47 people today.
He pulls out his cuffs. Unless you'd like to be arrested, Mr. Cyborg.
He just stares at you, holds out his hands to be cuffed.
Okay. Wow, this is the
Check, is he
easiest.
trying to play him to get to a mannequin?
Now, I
Oh,
will
you
say,
believe in
I
that?
still have Citizens Militia's protection. You're gonna need a corroborating deputy to, bring me in. You know anyone you can call?
Kaden!
Yes?
This guy's resisting
Hey,
arrest.
Karenade, leave.
What? But
Karen, just,
hold on a second.
Just trust me. Leave.
I haven't started yet. I need to go to whatever constitutes City Hall and
We don't have City Hall. You just had to sign the papers and you instantly became a deputy.
I don't think that's right.
Charlie's just gonna look at Cyborg and say, "Are you trying to call mannequin?"
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Hey.
I'm not allowed to call mannequin when you're around. They don't like you.
I'm so looking forward to
Okay,
We'll get to
I'll
the
leave 'cause
mayoral
I also
election.
want to talk to Mannequin. Care to
Oh,
one
well then
says-
we're welcome to go see mannequin, and Amp will walk with Kaden to go see it.
Cool.
Mannequin.
Cyborg just breaks the cuffs, goes, alright, let's go.
But you're not allowed to come.
Chivalry will run up to this situation
That's
and
illegal.
You can't do that. That's illegal.
Chivalry will run up to the situation and hand Cyborg. You remember that time where Avery had to go into the bar and he didn't want Court to know he was there?
Yeah?
Chivalry will hand Cyborg that same Kermit mask that Avery made.
He's gonna look down at his robot arm, his robot, half torso, And his glowing red eye that's still visible through the current mask go, thank you. I appreciate it.
Where did Citizens Militia Cyborg go?
Oh my god.
Chivalry nods really enthusiastically. He's like,
I have 0 and I have 2 dice and sense maybe.
he like whisper yells into Cyborg's ear, like jumping onto his shoulder to do so. Now, it's not really gonna help you much against the actual deputies, but it'll probably make just trust me on this. It'll make more of a difference than you think it should for basically everyone else.
That's so upsetting, but I believe you. He does he starts doing a fake Kermit voice, but then after 2 syllables goes, no, fuck that. Let's go.
Let's hear your Kermit.
Wait,
Sam.
wait. I'm gonna roll to see if Amp can detect if he
Roll
thinks
empathy. Alright, let's go. Oh, sorry. I'm Kermit the Frog. Alright,
no
let's go.
no
fuck that,
matches,
let's go.
all below 5. So it'll be like, oh, new friend. Hey, would you like to be a deputy?
Hi ho, I sure would.
All right, this way.
Cyborg turns back as he's being let off, gives you the thumbs up.
Chivalry salutes. Then he goes off to his room and just fucking loses it laughing underneath the table he lives under.
Does Charlie have a way to contact Mannequin?
Mannequin is currently standing in front of a barn that is just full of explosives. She is talking to the bar's owner. Or sorry, he. We're on he. He's doodling in his notepad going, alright, sir, you understand you have no permits to store these, right? And he goes, I got a permit for storage. This is for storing wheat. This was wheat at one point.
This is just wheat byproducts.
Alright, so do you mind... I just got a few questions. Do you mind coming down to the station? You can interrupt at any moment.
I would like to call in and just. Does she have a radio that we can contact with Mr. President's radios?
She has a mannequin head that can pick up radio signals next door, so yeah.
Yeah. I'll chat with the mannequin head and just warn her, like, hey, Amp is looking for you. Amp is unknowingly has Cyborg with you, so don't go back to the precinct.
Mannequin, he just puts his head in his hands, sighs, goes,
You're cool, don't come back to the precinct today.
I gotta... I haven't been back to the precinct in
3 days.
3 days. It's been... I've been... Since we have deputies again, I've been handling stuff I've been putting off on the fringe.
Look, I'm just giving you fair warning.
No, I really should go back, though. Thanks for the heads up, though. And...
just-
Bring up how many people Amp has arrested.
Don't know. We were supposed to run it last week, like the stupid shit I did, but we forgot.
Yeah, I think
I'll
it's
just
too
mention.
funny if it's not specific.
I'll say. Also, I think Amp's just been arresting people willy-nilly. You might want to have a chat with him.
But I gave him the handbook.
He didn't.
You assume
There's
he knows
no
how to
way he
read.
read it. I'm pretty sure he can read, but I know he didn't.
She's gonna put her heads in her hands and go, alright. Fuck me. Alright. She's one of the mannequins.
No, that's Quartz's job.
Open its mouth. A red aura is just gonna emanate from it. He's gonna step into it, disappear, appear at the precinct as Amp's rolling up. Now, the issue is the precinct is literally overflowing with unprocessed prisoners.
Yes.
Oh.
3 days. No one's processed them. They're just sitting there.
One of the prisoners literally grabs onto Mannequin and goes, Water! Water!
It's been 3 days. Calm down.
3 weeks of water is a fucking long time.
One of the mannequin heads opens its mouth, just vomits water at the guy, going, and he's gonna look up and go, Amp,
Yeah.
you have to process the prisoners you bring in. Do you have the charge slips for all of these guys? Do you have the rap sheet?
I have the handcuffs they were in.
Megan's gonna steeple his fingers. Get that
I feel like you
1,000
should have
yard
known what you
stare.
were getting into when you hired Amp.
I didn't think they would I didn't think they would put in this much effort. That's on me.
I have not taken a break in 3 days. You said you have been very busy. I'm freeing you up time.
Hey sir, what were you arrested for? Jaywalking. We don't. What?
You jaywalked.
We don't have walkways. We don't have roads. How was he jaywalking?
He walked in front of me.
They stop for a second. Go, sir, is your name Jay? Yeah. They like side eye Amp.
So how long have you been holding that joke?
Enough. Long enough.
Listen, usually Karenade does all the by the book stuff, and I'm just there to like help.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna say you guys are partners. Don't get too far away from each other, please. Or do. I don't know anymore. She's just gonna sit down at the desk, just like rubbing her temples, going, "This place is a fucking shit show."
Amp will immediately then go into character, sit on the desk, put their feet up, have a donut in one hand, a coffee in the other. Oh man, the city's just too rough.
Don't you fucking start! Don't process your fucking prisoners, man! She fucking hands you a stack of paperwork, like a solid foot tall. This is for all of them!
Fuck.
You did this!
That's a lot of fucking paperwork. Hey, Karen, you're professional, right? Amp will go, hey, partner, want to help me with this paperwork? I'll be like, how much paperwork was it? Like, what, 1,000 pages?
Something like that. Bob, is Karen there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's gonna like steeple his fingers and go. Paperwork. Really?
It's very professional.
It's gonna take all 1,000 pages, go sit down at a desk, and have them filled out in 2 hours.
And during that time, we'll be just talking about the city like it's Gotham.
The entire time, Mannequin is like, yeah, that's great. What did this one do?
That one,
Realize drinking seawater is not a crime, right?
that one spat on the sidewalk.
What
Littering.
sidewalk?
Littering.
Improper
Disgusting.
disposal of biohazardous waste.
Okay, littering is
Amp-
a fine. You can just issue them a ticket and they can pay later. You don't
Punishable by death.
Is Amp from
Nope.
Singapore? What the fuck?
No, you know what all of them got dragged in for? None of them had good internet.
Ooh.
It's a
And-
punishable.
That is an executable offense.
Yes.
This one's worst of all.
Party.
He
the
blames
party
sucking at
judged
League
that.
on lag.
Ooh.
I don't like the
don't know what
implication of
any
this-
of those words mean.
I don't like the
literally-
implication that League exists in the city.
Like, Mannequin is like cradling like one of her mannequin heads as a comfort animal, going, I literally have no concept of what that sentence means, my guy. I don't understand.
I would
I
say
cannot
might
bring
be.
people in for that.
by the time Jack Karen gets her all the paperwork, only one person was supposed to be arrested for a legitimate crime. And they were the first person that they arrested, and they just kind of went haywire from power from arresting one
perfect.
pyre.
That's so perfect. Okay, we're gonna put his. What was his crime, guys? Funniest answer gets it.
Okay,
So he was an inspired man. See, this is a man who
Shouldn't this be the XP question?
this is a man who is looking up in the world
Yeah,
before they
whoever
committed
gets this
their
gives
crime.
the XP. We're doing this middle session.
So he was looking up in the world. Specifically, about a week and a half ago, he was looking up when he saw. I forget who it was, but I believe it was Propulsion. Or no, it was Carronade yelled, "Stop, Port Authority," and then blew something up. Now, because he was inspired and was looking up in the world, while Skywright put that in the sky, he has been standing at the docks, just yelling "Port Authority" and throwing rocks at people, trying to see if he can make their boats blow up.
Okay,
This has been going on for a week and a half.
I have a great.
That would be public nuisance, I feel like.
Yeah, I have a great one. Remember this story from Florida where the guy kept feeding an alligator bagels, and and that made the crocodile very dependent on eating from that guy. So he always came to that area, and it made it dangerous for animals to come around that area. I'm gonna say this guy was feeding bagels to one of the giant shrimp, and it befriended a shrimp. But the shrimp was also laying eggs, attacking nearby people walking in the park.
My answer: he robbed a jewelry store or the equivalent in the middle of the night, and then came back the next morning and tried to hawk the jewelry to the store.
I got two answers. I don't know which is better.
Just
Fuck.
one.
This guy actually
Not
got. Sorry, what?
Not that one. Do the other one.
Okay.
Damn, Jesus Christ, that was savage.
This guy was reported about a week ago. They've been trying to capture him. He is really obsessed with and has been really freaking out Smoker. He's been stalking him. Smoker doesn't want to talk to this guy.
I don't think Smoker's here anymore.
Okay, can I go with the other one then?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This guy was reported by Bill about a week ago. It's been really concerning him. Every day, someone's been leaving a small pile of bagels outside his closet, and he.
I have my own another one though. A last one. This guy was walking, saw Amp's ridiculous getup, was insulting them, and spit shot out of their mouth and hit Amp, and Amp counted that as assault.
Wait,
They robbed
did you-
Erasure's. No, I did not. They robbed Erasure's Cajun restaurant, and
And they're still alive?
and they replaced all their spices with
Salt.
yeah, just everything was replaced with salt. They stole all their spice.
Shit.
Okay, I know
Chivalry
who I
was
wanna
here
give
to
that
take
experience
Sassenach would be going crazy.
Right.
to. Okay, I know who I want to give that experience to, but who do you guys think had the best answer?
Wait, I thought it was funniest, so you pick, Sam.
Yeah, Sam, you pick this one.
If I pick,
Yeah.
it's going to be leaving bagels outside of Bill's door.
Okay,
Reasonable.
that's fair enough.
But all of that's on his rap sheet. He did all of that.
Oh!
Bill the criminal, guys. I fucking tricked you.
Including the accidentally spat on Amp.
Yes.
And Amp took that as
Accidentally
a
spitting on Amp was what got them arrested, and then they were just charged with all these other crimes after they found the spices in the dude's apartment.
He had the spices on him.
So let's assume here that with the spices and all, this guy was just trying to make an everything bagel, right?
So that means he was leaving bagels outside of two people's houses, the shrimp and Funny Bills.
So this man's name is Crink, the Bagel King of Indianapolis.
Oh, that son of a fucking bitch!
Hey man, I just... just because I'm a culinary visionary and I throw fucking rocks at people, doesn't mean I'm a criminal.
Amp slaps the cuffs on him again, even though he has cuffs on him already.
He
You're going to jail for a long
six
time,
cuffs
buddy.
on him at this point. Mannequin's gonna nod and go, yeah, this one's an actual criminal. Good job, Amp. That is a 0.03% success rate.
Fucking greatest detective of all time!
You are above average for new recruits. Oh god.
Oh, no.
Oh god.
Charlie's immediately gonna call in and say, "Don't say that! Don't say that! Don't say that! Don't say that! Don't say that!"
Holy crap. Does Amp gain a willpower from just being praised so much?
I think so.
Oh, I thought so.
Amp's having a good time. Mannequin is like,
It is like
oh
4
god, they're
points
above
of their
average.
passion.
Yeah, absolutely gain the willpower then. Mannequin is just fucking curling over, realizing, oh fuck, they're actually above average. Oh god, we're fucking doomed. He's just having a terrible time.
That just seems to be the way. If you are the mayor or are doomed to become the mayor, your life just kind of sucks, apparently.
Mannequin looks up and goes, is Carronade finished with the... And then they finally notice Citizens Militia Cyborg and the Kermit mask. Hi-ho!
Oh, this weird guy in a Kermit mask wants to join. God, I have to think of a name. I have to think of something close to Citizen Militia. Oh, it's Medicine's Cilicia Byborg.
How imaginative.
Mannequin just struts up to him, stares Cyborg straight in the fucking glowing eye behind the Kermit mask. You see Cyborg shaking slightly. Mannequin hands them a sign-up sheet, says, welcome to the Force, and then fucking leaves.
Nice.
No.
So he's now now he is Deputy Medicine Cilicia Bysorg.
If he
I need
takes
to
off
type
the
that out, or we're gonna forget it.
yeah, if he takes the mask off, and
already
will
did.
like kick him out of
I
here.
didn't type exactly what Chris said. I typed something that is.
Medicine's Cilicia Byborg.
I have militant salacious Spyborg.
That's just as good.
That's what Cyborg's gonna write down, because that's what he thinks you said.
Excellent.
So like militant salacious Spyborg is like that. It's like a sex robot that went to war, right?
Cyborg immediately begins helping you two out. You
Amp's
guys,
not actually doing anything. He's just, they are just sitting there pontificating. It's hard being this great of a detective in a crime city this riddled with crime.
Cyborg's immediately gonna get pissed off and just say, "Go fucking hang out at the candy shop," and he's gonna push you out of the fucking office.
We don't even have a third character slot yet, but I need you to know that when I add Augury, when we get the third character slot, he's going to immediately lose a willpower because Amp is its deputy now.
And not only that, an above average deputy.
An above average rookie
Question.
deputy.
Yeah. Where is the business of this is the hub, right?
Yes.
Where is the city business of the hub currently being handled out of?
Easy.
Pretty much Wheezy picked it up, yeah. Wheezy's plate is
Are there-
infinite and infinitely deep. He can just take on any amount of work, and it's horrifying.
Is there going to be a mayoral election anytime soon?
It's been put on hold as the area is still under technically, what's the word? Martial law?
Yeah.
Basically until shit is stable, they're not gonna like upset anything. But once the Hive and Iron Legion situations are settled, there's gonna be an emergency referendum to elect mayor right then and there.
I need to ask a question of you that I normally would not ask. When you say martial law, do you mean what that normally
Pictured
means?
the comic book character.
Or is there a sheriff character named Marshall?
That would be plagiarism because there already is a martial law.
Was Sheriff Black's first name Marshall?
You know, I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
I think the current plan is have Mr. President run for mayor.
Yeah.
Captain Dumont would like to start printing up and distributing leaflets and yard signs, promoting himself as a candidate for mayor. I don't know whether you have to be a citizen of the hub to do that, and I'm not sure he cares. However, his running platform is that if elected, he will, with all due haste, make efforts towards turning the hub into a flying city and declare war on the Moon Kaiser.
That's
Okay.
Some votes immediately, but election hasn't started yet, so they're just kind of thrown in the river. So,
We forged into a raft by some sort of political golem.
Declare war on the Moon Kaiser.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so Amp wants their way back to the candy shop, I'm guessing?
No, they wouldn't go back there until the opening because they're
grand
supposed to play
opening is,
music.
like, soon.
Soon as in Tom time? Soon as in like...
As soon as it's tomorrow.
When
And
Amp
we'll be
last
receiving a
saw the
popcorn.
grand opening banner, it was now.
Please
But-
don't make
Oh,
Tom
since-
Time Hub Squad canon.
Since a Vodka changed it, there's still technically 24 hours if Sweet Tooth wants to do planning.
Sweet Tooth will do planning, but can Charlie make that phone call?
Yes. There's still some radios that Mr. President left with some soldiers up there.
Mm-hmm. Also, you guys would notice that the soldiers are working a lot faster than normal now. So they can get
It's okay
tasks.
being faster, more coordinated, just overall more efficient as well. You're not sure if it's like magic or just them getting their shit together. They've been working a lot harder than they have in the past, so they might have worked some kinks in their system out.
Oh, goodbye, Derek. I
Thank
love
you.
you so.
Or just a restart.
But yeah,
my lover.
Charlie will just like go off, sit in a corner, and just grab. Actually, he'll grab Bill and bring him because last he checked, Bill had the canteen, and he's gonna call the Whalers.
All right. You hear someone pick up. Contena te vas?
Damn it, they speak Hoplite.
I speak
Is
every
that,
language
I believe
if you
that's
want to.
Whaler.
Oh yeah, he does speak every language. So Mr. President bumps in.
Mr. President has no sense. Like,
I'm-
no. So you'd have to actually ask them.
Oh yeah, fair.
I'm gonna ask like real quick. I only know a little Whaler. Do you speak English?
Okay.
Hey, Mr. President. Just gonna yell for Hancock.
I'll come down and then act as the translator.
Hey, can you translate what they're saying?
Yeah.
Gonna just actually, could you say in Whaler that we have the corpse of Oslo and we are trying to revive him and ask where we could take him or do something with him to do that?
Yeah, this is the candy shop. There was a big fight. One of our friends, Oslo of the Whalers, got killed, and we're trying to revive him. Do you have a way of doing that?
How did he die?
What?
How did he die?
Oh, how did he die, Sam? Seth?
Oh,
It's been a few weeks. I'm
that's
sorry.
fair.
We'll break in at that because Bill was there when it happened and say,
Member of the Iron Legion, I'm guessing.
he died in combat with the leader of the Iron Legion trying to take the flotilla. He
wasn't the leader.
defending me.
A leader.
Oh, I'll repeat that. He died fighting a leader of the Iron Legion.
They're gonna.
I will make sure that we note that they were using cold iron.
They were using cold iron.
As they hear the context and all that, they're gonna think and go, a sacrifice his to make. Keep his remains safe. Someone will be there to pick them up shortly.
Okay, I'll repeat that to them.
Charlie will go hide them in his room.
The willow doesn't give you a time frame. It doesn't seem like they're keen to do that.
Is there a respectful way, like I would remember culturally, of how they like the conversations to end?
Quickly.
Abruptly.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like goodbye or something.
No.
Okay.
Whale by.
Just hanging up on someone mid-sentence is actually polite in whaler culture.
Oh, that's the perfect quote. Damn. All right.
All right. So, do we have anything else this session, or is Sweet Tooth going to be giving out jobs for next session? We can do that at the beginning of next
Still
session.
have an hour if we wanted to.
Okay.
Also, like, we can get everything done pretty quickly. I think my time interval stuff says anything that takes a month will take.
Oh no, this would be him handing out jobs for during the grand opening.
I did have one
Dumont is
thing
going to
I
show
wanted
up
to.
wearing an apron that says "Kiss the extra dimensional being."
So I don't want to do that unless we don't have anything else to do this session.
I did have one silly little side thing I wanted to do.
Yeah, and I also wanted to review sort of the notes we got.
No. Very important thing that we also have to do before I do that. Tom, you first.
Bill, as soon as there's a chance where they're both at the candy shop, Bill will ask, "Hey, Captain, I got a question for you.
Speak, my friend. I may have an answer.
I saw when you took over, or whatever was going on with that poultry, that Bill gestures off thing that happened to you with the
That
restaurant.
vile monument to soulless capitalism. Yes.
Yeah, I saw that it changed to a restaurant that you apparently own and operated. Do you happen to have any of your recipes for that?
Potentially! And Captain Dumont will rifle through his pockets and pull out a book, definitely too large to fit in there, that says Captain Dumont's Guide to Mythical Cooking.
Thank you so much.
It's not
Captain.
like mythical level cooking, it's just cooking mythical things,
Oh, hell yeah.
like cockatrices.
Sweet Tooth's gonna run over and hey, do you have information about how to process unicorn horns? Because I've been having a hard time with that.
First, I recommend against it. It has grievous moral considerations involved. However, that being said, you're going to want to use a mortar and pestle, specifically one made of silver and inlaid with certain kinds of sapphire only found in the deepest jungles. And you're going to want to be
Sapphire, I've been using emerald.
because if you powder it too finely, it detonates.
Good to know. I was using emerald. That was probably my holdup. And I do have an ethically sourced supply of unicorn horns. They only take them after they have died naturally and given them willingly.
Chivalry will break in at that and say, what are you talking about? Unicorns are immortal.
I mean, it depends on the unicorn.
It's on the setting!
They're not ethically sourced! They're not ethically sourced!
I'm gonna need Amp to make a streetwise check right now.
Oh, that's gonna be a failure. 5 and an 8.
I think Sweet Tooth is fucking poaching unicorns.
Are you poaching
no.
unicorns?
No, I'm buying them.
Sir, I'm gonna have to arrest you for poaching of wildlife.
Protected wildlife. Unicorns
Protected
are
one.
endangered.
I'm going
Disgusting.
to parrot back the thing that Deputy our Citizens Militia Cyborg said earlier that like he needs a second person, and there's no one else here.
Roll streetwise.
Oh god.
No, Amp.
Good.
Oh my god. 2 8s.
So the way Citizens Militia Cyborg was saying that only applied because he was a former deputy. You know that doesn't apply to Sweet Tooth.
You're not a former deputy. Let's go down to the law.
Yeah, could you just call Mannequin, because I've got a lot of stuff to do here to prepare for the grand opening.
Maybe you should
Sounds like
have
resisting
killed.
arrest.
Oh my god, you're right. He's resisting arrest.
John,
Take him
just, like,
down
swoop
on tonight's
down.
episode of Dragnet.
Can Chivalry roll supernatural history and supernatural knowledge to verify what Sweet Tooth said?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, roll 8d10. Well, my boy gets 2 sets, 2 2s and 2 1s.
2 2s is better, but it's not going to help much. It's like you're distracted by the unicorn horn, and you go, "Are these fucking bicorn horns? Are these even unicorn horns?"
Ooh, you're getting bootlegged horns.
Alright, I'd hate to do this on the day of your grand opening, but we gotta take you down to the station, Sweet Tooth.
I was so prepared for you to say on the day of your grandfather's quinceanera.
Charlie's gonna call Mannequin real quick, and it's like he's just gonna say like, "Hey, can you drop a head here and tell him to knock it off?"
I will be back in a moment.
Mannequin head appears, going, "Hey guys, what's the issue?"
This man's been poaching unicorns.
I purchased some from a merchant.
They're
Sorry, I purchased unicorn horns from a merchant that I've been told was by the merchant was ethically sourced.
Yeah. Do you have the package I can see?
Yeah, he'll just go rummage through and find the receipt.
So Amp, the package here is it is stamped by the wharf, which means it is an import. It is sold here. That means that since poaching involves actively taking down the unicorn, Sweet Tooth is not a poacher.
Got it. That means we've stumbled upon a bigger operation.
Yeah.
Ample throw on some sunglasses. We gotta track down this poaching operation.
Sorry. What? Mannequin's looking around, going, "Sorry. Why do we think it's a poaching operation?
We don't. Amp does.
Where did Amp get that info?"
Already gone.
Chivalry suggested that unicorns are immortal, and I've personally never heard that. But I don't know.
In this setting, anyway.
Amp just amped with it, and
Wait, are they?
not that I know of. I've never heard that.
Chivalry. What do you know about unicorns being immortal? Tom?
Tom. Oh, he said he'd be right back.
Oh,
Okay.
The other thing that would have been going on is Mr. President is like diving into the details of the slave trade and like trying to figure out the best ways to sort of cut off their supply completely.
So, there's 2 ways to do it. One is easy, one is hard. The easy way is the upcoming Festival of Berries.
oh,
It's used as a convenient renegotiation point for a lot of contracts. If you can just get in there and more importantly, the Festival of Berries is every time there is a Festival of Berries, a major power falls. Like it is a cycling of power.
does Sweet Tooth catch wind that he's looking into the Festival of Berries?
Potentially.
What Sweet Tooth? No, he's in the middle of getting arrested.
That's fair. I'm not saying that right now, but like, you might come across the book later. Anyway, sorry, but the hard one is you could intercept the incoming trades, so the refined fuel going out, the people coming in. if you can just intercept the slave ships, you could just set them free, stop the incoming of people, mess up the trade routes. But that would be a major fight every time.
Okay.
Now, if you could get the privateers involved, they would be able to stop that. Or if you got a similar pirate faction to harass the trade routes for you,
Like the whalers?
potentially.
Who gives the privateers their letters of marque?
The name privateer is a holdover because they've been doing this since the city actually had a military and government. The privateers were basically a private sailing force that would just go out and fuck up trade routes between nations on the city's behalf without the city being involved directly.
I am back.
That kind of backfired when the privateers decided they didn't like the city as much as everyone else.
So they're citizens militia privateers, is what you're telling me.
Kind of.
What did I come back to?
They turned open. Like revolutionaries after they got back to the city and saw what it had become.
So maybe working with both the whalers and the privateers and trying to get them to work together on stopping it, that might be good.
I don't think they work together.
The whalers and privateers do have a history of conflict.
Got it. Okay.
Also, the privateers can't come too far south.
Got it. So probably be better for the whalers.
The only issue is the whalers are small in number. While one-on-one, nothing the Hive has can compete with a whaler. Technically speaking, both factions could just field more ships, and the whalers wouldn't be able to cover all the ground.
Got it. Okay, so we'll actually need to figure out some other pirate factions.
Yeah, you did get some leads on the whale oil they were getting in from a faction called the Skippers and an actual privateer, as in like the old meaning of the word, named John Paul Jones, who is he's just a pirate.
John Paul Jones is a pirate.
Okay.
We're gonna meet Captain Yarrow.
All right, I'll share this with everyone. But then we should also go back to Tom
Are
explaining.
you demoting Dread Admiral Yarrow again?
I mean, at this point, I don't really know how it works with him. As I recall, he doesn't have a beard at the moment, so like he's demoted in his
No, he
own.
regret it.
Okay, then yeah, he's still a Dread Admiral.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that you get to decide whether Dread Admiral Yarrow is a Dread Admiral or not? Taking a lot upon yourself there.
Tom, by
actually-
the way,
Sorry. Actually, if you raise the pirate question, would Dumond recommend the services of Dread Admiral Yarrow Goldtooth?
Dumond working with his arch rival, that would be
What?
a book.
No.
That-
Dread Admiral Yarrow is a friend of Captain Dumont's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you're thinking of the Fringe Marquis.
I wasn't sure if you had another rival.
I've got a lot of rivals.
Any rivals?
It was a safe assumption.
If asked for his input, yes. Otherwise,
I
this
am asking for inputs from everyone.
plotline does not. Oh, then yeah, absolutely. Captain Dumont would say, I am just the man for the job. Dread Admiral Yarrow Goldtooth, terror of the high skies, and recently off his last gig.
Oh, well, we should talk to him about maybe, ending slavery.
Indeed! Send up the Yarrow signal! And the Spirit of the Unknown will start shining a giant, spotlight into the sky that shows this massive beard. Beard and mustache.
That's amazing. I really like that. By the way, Tom, you have to explain to Mannequin that about the immortality of unicorns.
Oh, okay. And can I have a little more information to set this up?
So,
No.
Mannequin looked
Ish.
around. They didn't know anything about unicorns being immortal, and they're asking where Amp got that information, how credible it is.
All right. Chivalry will Is Chivalry on the phone or actively talking to Mannequin at the
They're
moment?
talking to a
Person
floating mannequin head.
All right, Chivalry say, yes, that came from me. I lived in... He kind of looks down for a moment. How much you know Celtic mythology?
Absolutely nothing.
All right, I lived in Fairy for about 300 years. I learned quite a bit there, and to my understanding, many such magical creatures are in fact immortal.
Like immortal as in negligible senescence, or immortal as in conceptual avatar? Like, what kind of immortal are we talking here?
Yeah, it really depends. I would expect the average such if there's more than one of them, I'd assume just negligible senescence. You have to actively kill it. So,
I mean, they could just be farming unicorns. That's not unheard.
They-
Like, that's not like farming mythological creatures is not unheard of.
it's just
Promoting
the way they
ethically.
said that it was ethical, and the implication that they were sapient is what concerned me.
Captain Dumont would like to chime in and say, this is quite an easy conundrum to solve. Just start harvesting them from a setting in which unicorns are evil.
I'm sorry. Am I necessary in this current conversation? I have something I need to deal with.
After almost getting arrested.
Sweet Tooth is like actively walking away unless someone stops him.
Yeah, I think he's out of our jurisdiction. Mannequin's gonna look down and go, I am gonna have to actually look into this, because we take ethically sourced components very seriously in the hub, especially after...
Ample's right again. Technically, his percentage goes up again!
So Sweet Tooth, while walking away, like mildly angrily because he got interrupted, is just gonna pull out the Verbal Kink coaster, throw it at a door, and just open it, march into the bar. And just, is the barman busy?
He's never busy.
Hello, Mr. Barman. I just need to make a quick update to our the candy shop roster that I probably should have done yesterday.
Yeah, what's up?
The talent Avery Way, although I think he's going by Dredger these days, is no longer part of the candy shop. And I just think it should be known that any of his actions do not reflect on us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He points to a new placard. It's like a stand-in one for the Dredgers. We're still working on the name. Haven't had a chance to reach out to him yet. Also, Caronade is off your placard, and should we update Dumond as just a mutual beneficiary instead of an ally?
Sure, yes.
We got some feedback from the court documentation.
Captain Dumont would like to smash through the window.
I don't think you can do that here. I physically don't think that's possible.
One of the rules is no powers. I'm not sure, Captain.
There is a thud on one of the external windows, and Captain Dumont rather sheepishly walks in through the door.
You own your keyboard.
exists
You own
here?
your keyboard.
So, no powers of any sort are allowed to exist in the bar without express permission by Verbal Kink. But Captain Dumont does have immunity to meta powers, right?
Yes.
Then he can walk right in.
Excellent. Captain Dumont would like to announce that he would like to be recorded as a volunteer in the area, assisting out of a sense of civic duty to his neighboring polities.
Write that down. Have a lovely
Down
day.
as a free agent and get out.
Well, Captain Dumont will try to smash through a window, bounce off again, and then sort of rub his head and walk out through one of the doors.
Don't ever let him come in here again.
I can't stop him. I mean, I can do my best, but I can't stop him, I promise you.
Thank you. Let's see here.
Cool, there's a bar through this door.
I'm gonna peel the coaster off, and I'm just gonna open it. Not anymore. Haha. And close it again.
So is that one of the doors I shouldn't open?
No, this one's fine. This goes to, well, actually, you shouldn't open the store for a different reason. That goes to my storehouse, and the only person that I've sent in there that's come out okay is Charlie. He was able to find stuff. Other people have trouble navigating it, so we'll figure it out eventually.
Well, I don't remember. Do you have a non-Euclid? What's your sorting system in there?
My sorting system has been described by Charlie as an affront to man and physical layout.
Okay, tell me you actually spent points on a Syntергene for that shit.
No.
You don't need to spend points for Syntергene.
Can I have a Syntергene?
Not without the help of Mr. President, you can't.
Wait, so I wasn't actually fully paying
How
attention.
long does
What
it
is-
take to create a Syntергene?
What is the bar that Captain Dumont is not welcome in?
That is
That was Rebel King's bar.
King's bar. They don't allow...
I need to make a note of that.
Okay. They
They don't allow what?
powers, they don't allow supernatural creatures. They don't allow violence.
They don't
and
allow
they are-
corpses.
They are very hostile towards anything that can break their rules. Because
They also don't like dead bodies, we found out.
well, it is a restaurant that does break health code.
Verbal Kinks. I mean, I'm not saying that Captain Dumont is not going to go back into Verbal Kink's bar because he was not told that he was not welcome.
He
I
has
also don't know how
No.
they would communicate with Dredger, considering how he's.
They have a lot of various ways of gathering information.
Yeah, but like Dredger, in classic
have-
Avery fashion, is banned from the bar by default.
And
Okay.
Sam, can we make it so that due to narrative weight, Captain Dumont can't use his powers in the bar, but can still enter it because it would be narratively appropriate for him to not have powers if he enters it, but also not being able to enter it would interrupt his narrative. Does that make sense?
That seems fine to me.
Okay.
so he wouldn't really be breaking the rules, just kind of.
They still get really testy because any power in that situation is going to be incredibly warping.
He's using a power just to exist in there.
Yeah.
So,
So do they not like mutants?
You saw with when Black walked in from the Vaqueros, he was kind of not formally in the bar. Like they had a containment protocol for him, but
Okay.
he couldn't interact with the bar as normal.
I did not know that. Okay. So can I gather the people with Sweet Tooth and start handing out jobs? Is that okay?
Yeah. At this point, we are just going to be handing out jobs because I don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
time anymore to run the opening. We'll do that next week.
All right. So Sweet Tooth is going to gather all of the members and Dumond of the candy shop.
important distinction.
Yep. Legally important distinction. Okay. So, come tomorrow, which is he's gonna like peek out the window, see that the sun's rising, which is pretty soon. We're going to be hosting the grand opening. Everyone I've set up with a unique job to complete during the grand opening to make sure that it goes smoothly. I'm going to be handing them out now. If you have any questions after I have given everyone their job, feel free to ask. Important question: is AMP going to be a part of this?
They will be playing music.
Perfect. That was their job.
They will not be on duty, so they won't arrest anyone.
Okay. So, first, Mr. Hancock, I am going to need your assistance running the register before tomorrow. I will show you how to do that. It's fairly simple. But I am expecting people to attempt to haggle us since we're a new store. Shut that down. No haggling. The prices
Haggle
are set.
upwards. Got it.
No. We're giving everything a 30% discount, and we will go no less. I will have the prices set up for you so that you can see them very clearly. And you're also on Vogdra duty. Don't touch or eat the coins. She will be assisting you at the register. Bill, you're up next. You're being given a temporary waiver to break that barrier, and he's going to point at the black and yellow gaff surrounding the surrounding the candy cooling table. You are going
Okay.
to stay inside that and make sure that no one else enters. I can't do that. Tomorrow I'm going to be making candy, making a show of making candy. Not too much of a show. I'm just going to be making candy to keep up with supply. Just make sure no one enters. I don't expect people that haven't been here before to know the rules as well everyone here does. Next, propulsion. You're going to be on security. If anything looks like it's about to start, I need you to escort them outside. I don't care how you do that as long as people aren't dying and stuff isn't getting destroyed. Also, I might occasionally need to call you to heat up the candy, so we can do that a little bit faster than my oven. Amp. We're going to have the soldiers set up a stage and mics for you outside. You're going to be playing welcome music for everyone. Do your thing. You're good at that.
Also, Miss Resin will speak up. I don't think you'll need Carronade to heat. He doesn't need Carronade to heat up the oven anymore because I can upgrade his oven.
And
For
yes, you
both.
can.
Yeah, I'll just upgrade your oven.
Lovely.
I was gonna say,
we'll work on
Carronade
that.
is still doing paperwork. He
Yeah.
picked up the backlog.
What a saint.
Charlie, you're going to be doing surveillance. You're going to be notifying the people doing security if anything's about to happen, and just checking, making sure everything's going smoothly. Chivalry, you are going to be secondary security if possible, and you're also going to be doing wares transfer. So you're going to be going into the storeroom and grabbing stuff and bringing it up front. You're the only person who has the body and speed to do that efficiently. Well, I think Repulsion might be able to, but I don't think he can navigate the storehouse. Fisher, you're going to be fishing. I'm gonna give him a thumbs up and imagine he leaves the room. I don't think anyone knew he was in the room.
Yeah, he was there the entire time, right next to John. He gave John a handshake and then left.
Dumont, if you wouldn't mind, I would love if your crew would take this, and he's just going to like pull out from behind the counter and toss you one of those like big banner things that you would normally attach to the back of the plane, but just on a much bigger scale. If you could have the crew fly the Spirit of the Unknown around and do some advertising for us. Now, for you specifically, I don't actually have anything for you, but Charlie has something that he thinks is very important. I'll get you at the end. Repulsion, if you could assist, Repulsion, if you could assist Propulsion in security, and if necessary, assist Chivalry, but I don't think you will be needing to.
All right. I
Anyway.
just want to say I formally do not recognize your sovereignty over me, but I like you, so I'll do it.
Thank you. Yeah, cool. Were you? What did they do to you?
What?
Are you okay?
Huh?
Does he reply to that?
Sorry. Sorry. What?
I asked if he was okay.
Repulsion?
Yeah.
He's gonna go. Yeah. No.
What did they do to you?
Look, you can only exist with people talking about maritime law and the Articles of Confederation in an international context before you start having to fucking specify hierarchical relationships of sovereignty. Sorry, I don't know if that makes sense to normal people anymore.
Propulsion's just gonna be standing there like, what the fuck are the Articles of Confederation?
I don't know! Okay? I've never known! I just nod and quote, I say random shit in article numbers, and it just keeps working.
Oh,
Well, you don't have to anymore. So.
Repulsion's been stuck pretending to be a sovereign citizen this entire time? Oh my god.
Just there's not really much of an authority structure here. I mean, people just kind of do it. I tell them because otherwise I'm going to run over them.
Thank
Just
God.
like
Okay, cool.
like
Yeah,
physics.
security. Can we call it propulsion security? I think that would be cool.
I love that. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Also, do you have a room? We can set you up with a room.
I'd love one. I've been sleeping outside.
Oh, geez. Oh, yeah. No. We're going to get you a room.
Thanks.
Animal, are you here? Gonna wait like a second to see if he pops up.
Animal opens, like, one of the tiles just lifts up, moves over, Animal squeezes out, puts it back. Yeah, what's up?
Do you want to help with security? You don't have to.
I'll hang around. I'm gonna be more of a customer, though.
Oh, perfect. That works too. We do need those. They're you know, we need those. Anyway, I think that's everyone. I had something. Yeah, I think I got everyone. Did I get everyone? Is
Johnson
anyone's
standing-
character?
Only one missing would have been, like, Cyborg, but he's not here right now.
Yeah, Cyborg's not here. And then where's the new guy? Where did he go? I can't see him.
John's just standing in the middle of the room, being like, anybody shoplifts from this very nice man, I cut their hand off.
I didn't have anything prepared for you because you weren't here. If I think of anything for tomorrow, I'll make sure that I let you know, or someone that can see you lets you know. Charlie can see him, right?
Yeah, Charlie can.
Okay. I'll find something for you to do. I just wasn't prepared to have extra hands offhand.
I can think of one more person that should be asked, but it might constitute a derail.
Skater Kid.
I would like to give Skater Kid a day off. He's been run heavy lately.
Chivalry will look at Sweet Tooth and say, "What about the Slitter?"
Run that by me again?
Pardon? This is slower. The Chivalry takes the crucifix down off the wall, the candy crucifix.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Surely this place is still haunted. Do you wanna rein that in before we rile them up?"
Okay, out of game, I have no idea what you're talking about.
G-Slice. He made the candy shop haunted, and we've just been ignoring it because there's candy crucifixes, so the ghosts can't act.
We have been?
Yeah. Did you think that wasn't canon? We kept talking about that.
No, I thought they were all dead.
No, they had permanent. They exist well after G-Slice stopped existing.
Oh. Huh.
Permanent
Yeah, I guess-
consequences!
I guess we should probably handle that. I mean, if they can't act because of all of them, we could just leave them up. Sweet Tooth will start walking around and explaining why this is okay. It's been like, so just while G-Slice was here, I made some very careful preparations. It's okay if people just grab those off the wall and start eating them. He's gonna open a vent and 10 candy crucifixes just fall out. He's gonna pick them up, put them back in. He's gonna say, I'm fairly certain that nothing he can do. He's gonna lift up the tile that Animal used to get out. He's gonna split the tile open, and there's 6 of them hidden in there. I'm fairly certain nothing they can eat them can outpace what I have hidden around the store. And he's just gonna keep doing that for a minute, just popping open various hiding spots.
Bill raises his hand.
Yes.
I've been wondering this the entire time I've been here, but with all this sugar you got around, what are you doing to keep the ants out?
I don't think ants survive in the flooded district. I haven't seen a single one here. And neither has Charlie.
Excuse me.
And also, if Charlie did see them.
Check real fast, Bill.
Bill, let me see if I got a willpower on that.
And if Charlie did see them, I think Albert would eat them.
Albert is a good spider.
Ooh, Bill get 3 10s.
Okay. Ants can't survive here. What you have to really be worried about are there's a stage of shrimp life where they're those little crabs you get in the sand where they're the size of the little pill bugs.
Yeah, this is kind of more what I meant when I said ants, some fucked up city equivalent.
Fortunately, Shrimptown kind of keeps that contained.
Okay.
We do have shrimp this far south, but they don't spawn here,
Okay.
sense. And lastly, Charlie, whatever you had for Dumond. So Charlie's just gonna quietly like walk up to Dumond. He's gonna place his hand on your shoulder. He's gonna like lean in. I have something really incredibly important for you to do tomorrow.
I am waiting with bated breath.
Now, there are some adventures greater than any other adventure I have ever experienced, and then any adventure
Dumond
I have
is
ever
literally vibrating.
that adventure is love. Love. Dumond.
He stopped vibrating.
Now, both Quartz and
The
Mannequin
lover?
have been invited.
Of adventure?
You need to make sure that Quartz and Mannequin end up in the same place. By any... No, actually, I'm not going to say that. By reasonable means necessary.
It's a really, really good and bad thing that you said that, because if you had finished that sentence, they were definitely going to be kidnapped.
So, I don't care.
Stop resisting. You will fall in love.
I don't care if you need to set it up so that Quartz gets arrested. I don't care if they just end up in the same place in line. I don't care what happens. Don't cause untold destruction. Just he's gonna like do his hands together like same place. Get them in the same place.
I will take up this quest. Captain Dumont seems a little unsure, but he's game.
Carinade's worked through 70% of the backlog of paperwork.
Now, knowing the history of those two, I imagine this will be a perilous quest. I mean, like, I could totally be wrong, but like, you'll find a way to make it a perilous quest.
Every quest is perilous if you try hard enough.
That's foreboding.
That's
I went to get groceries. 10 dead.
Slow day, huh?
Lost in the desert. Food deserts, man. They can be lethal.
Oh.
And then Sweet Tooth is just going to run off and start mass producing candy to make sure the storeroom's fully stocked for tomorrow. And will not be speaking for the rest of the session.
I'm probably going to call out here because I don't have enough time to really run any of the major scenes I want to do next.
Yep. I'm going to copy and paste in the message of everyone's jobs.
Thank you.
That's probably smart.
Much appreciated.
Okay, let's do experience. We already have the wild card question done. Tom gained that experience.
Sure.
Everyone gains an experience for showing up.
Yeah.
Who was most useful this session, you guys think?
Was anyone useful or not useful this session?
I was gonna say me giving Dumond the nuke, making Dumond the most useful person because he held out the Dumond holding off the entire like hive from stealing his ship was pretty great.
That was pretty funny. Yeah, all right, because that did cause all of the Hive people to go to DEFCON 1 and run away. I'd back that.
I liked how it went from DEFCON 1 to DEFCON 5, back to DEFCON 1, back to DEFCON 5, back to DEFCON 1.
Uh-huh.
It was just a rave. Everyone agree on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So was that going to Dumond or Mr. President? Sorry, I'm kind of.
I was
Mr.
saying
President.
I was gonna say both.
No, I vote for Mr. President.
Oh, okay.
This is actually one where I'm feeling like two for everybody because I'm thinking about who had the best bit tonight, and I can't fucking answer that.
Insurance fraud!
All right. Everyone
I
gained
do-
2 experience points.
I was gonna say I do really like insurance fraud.
Well, you know what that means. 2 more dice and multiple actions.
Isn't that one more dice?
Nope, I have 5 XP. I didn't spend all mine because
cool.
I was thinking about putting some in the augment, but then I was like, man, I really want to just get multiple actions all the way up to 10 hard dice because it'd be really
Jesus.
funny.
Now, I have 7 points now, which means that
So now it's 6
if I
hard.
buy 7 dice of Bill's Bite, I can reduce its capacities twice and add 2 attack levels.
Oh god, it's spreading.
Now, I feel like at least for this one, it kind of makes sense because it gives an obvious and relatively inexpensive way for a character to have, for a character to advance and grow.
Yeah, it's not bad. Alright.
Hey, you should buy spray.
No, I'm not doing that. Like, spray on the bite would be hideous.
It already has horrifying. Just split the mouth into 2.
All right, Sam. Multiple actions has 6 hard dice, so that's 6 levels.
Hell yeah. Alright, so. Any final thoughts on this session?
This is a good fucking session.
Sorry, Bob, did
It
you
was
say
a fun session.
I was gonna say John's just shadowing Charlie the entire time, just like literally standing in his shadow. You'd think someone wearing a like neon green hoodie would stand out more, but
Alright. Yeah, Captain Yar will be here at the grand opening then.
Oh, I hope he's
yeah.
a customer.
I'm gonna.
Oh, he's got a hell of a lot of crew, if not.
I hope they're all customers. I hope we have an entirely unmanageable amount of customers. Or 3.
3. I don't know. Entirely unmanageable is a very vague sentence. That
I have
entirely
some
depends on the capability
foreknowledge.
of us to manage them. I could just
I
be
have-
one very troublesome person.
I have foreknowledge about one person who will be showing up at the grand opening, and I'm very excited.
I'm gonna DM someone to. Oh, I don't know if I have anything. No, we're good. Is that the one?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, that's the one you're excited about.
Wait, erasure? Really? So I'm guessing that wasn't the one?
I guess it would kind of make sense for him to come too. Like, he nominally sort of kind of is in the area.
And he got a free sample.
He stops by sometimes. It's hard to put a predictor on him.
He got a free sample. That's free advertising. Oh, actually, can I rewind to when we were in Verbal King's shop and let him know the grand opening was tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll say you handed off a card. He's gonna nod and go. I mean, we're not gonna advertise, but I'll. He just.
That's
leaves
fine, but if anyone's asking.
He leaves the card on the bar for whoever comes in next to just take a look at it.
Okay. Did I make a horrible mistake by doing this?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Find out together.
Can I use the soldiers to sort of get word out all across the hub and a little bit outside the hub about the candy shop
Sure.
opening?
We'll say you can put in an advertisement on like
What I
a
would-
secure channel.
Would I be able to gain any loyalty from my daring taking back of my ship? Or gain any willpower from the loyalty of taking back my ship?
Yeah, gain half the amount you have invested.
2.5. Round that down to 2.
Okay. Alright, any fun questions, concerns, thoughts?
Not that I can.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
I'm really
Yeah.
excited for next session.
I am a little sad that I didn't get to just bring down the nuke.
I mean, you had an option to just toss it.
Had an option to fire the nuke as you ran away.
See, that doesn't fit the narrative.
Well,
It's
how I
one
was
thing to kill a bunch of slaves while taking back the ship. The story there is taking back the ship from its unlawful piracy or whatever. But throwing the nuke back and killing a bunch of people is just like,
I was
Yeah,
thinking
that's
the
close.
mad escape with the explosion in the background as you sail off into the distance.
What you should have done is you should have used the shockwave from the nuke going off to propel your ship so you could get away faster.
yeah, that would have been fun. But there was never a good enough reason to do that. It would have just been needless dramatics.
Are you?
Are you
Dumont
okay?
is a man of needless dramatics.
No,
kind of,
Captain Dumond is a man of dramatics that fit the current narrative storyline.
What kind
Not
of
some
candy
fucking
would
hack.
Sweet Tooth have made out of the floor bagels? Because you know Bill would give them to him.
I'll be right back. Eating dinner.
So weeks that Sam didn't plan anything, we can just do we can just be police officers.
Bad
Yeah,
boys,
just, like,
bad boys.
steal-
What you gonna do?
Some guy looks at Amp the wrong way, arrest them, they turn out to be a mass murderer.
They just steal an episode.
I love that I now have a well above average for a new recruit because I found the giant conspiracy of the unicorn horns.
I really hope that just ends up being nothing.
I hope it becomes something so Mannequin's just like, oh my god, how is this our best officer? How is this happening to me?
And then they're gonna
While
stop and go,
Carronade-
wait, I can make them the mayor.
They'll be like, did I kick some small puppies when I was like in a different life or something?
Okay, I'm gonna get off for a moment. I need to make a phone call, so I will talk to you guys later. I'll probably be back on later.
Yeah.
Shall we phase?
Yeah, I'm gonna sign off for the night,
Okay.
possibly.
Guten Nacht.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye. Good night, Alex.